Okay, guys, this is a quick video intro to schedule template and how it's broken down. So when you bring in a template into a project or have an existing project and it has the template built into it already, this is kind of a quick overview of how it was built and what it all means, sort of, so to speak. There are, excuse me, there are three phases to every project we do, and that is why we have three different scheduled templates: the pre-construction, the construction, and the post-construction. Have to do them in order, and so we always start with pre-con. Those are the three phases of a project. Each phase of a project has different statuses that the project can be in while in that phase. In pre-con, we have the invitation, what the steps that are taken when, as soon as we're invited to a project. It's also called onboarding. Makes perfect sense. Then we've got the bidding steps, and then the submitted and waiting. That's when we finally submit the estimate to the client, and we're waiting on the news on whether or not we lost it or were awarded the project. So within each status, what we've done, because Lanyap National has built its project management based on an assembly line style, of management, if you will. The idea is each team, each seat on each team, and each seat on each division has a very specific piece of the project that they take care of. So that is why our schedule is, makes it a little larger here. That is why our schedule is broken down into seats, okay? So we've got, in the invitation status of a project, pre-con team has some things they have to do, and the division that project is in is also has some things they have to do, different seats. The team broken down into the specific seats. Here's the software admin seat that is technically on the pre-con team. The procurement team, the estimating team, all these are part of the pre-con team technically at Lanyap National. So this is the specific steps that the software admin will take, that they are responsible for doing while that project is in the invitation / onboarding phase. I'm sorry, status in the pre-construction phase. Procurement, same thing. There's some items that the material procurement officer is responsible for doing. Labor procurement officer, same thing. The estimating team, of course, they have quite a bit to do. Two seats on the estimating team are the takeoff officer and senior estimator. There's the seats that are involved in this status level. And you kind of go right through here. Some of the tasks that are listed under a seat in our template are sometimes they're not actual things that need to be done. Sometimes they're describing how to do something, or how something is done in general. So that kind of gives you an idea of how this is laid out. So once a project is bid, it will go directly into, it's either lost or it's awarded. If a project is awarded, then you're immediately in the construction phase, and there's a reason why we look at it that way. A lot of I've had a little bit of confusion on this. Why Wouldn't when a project's awarded, still in that pre-construction phase, nothing's actually happened on site yet. Well, I agree, but if you think about the things that are done because a project has now been awarded, that's starting the construction. That's starting that construction phase of the project. So if you look, we go straight from invitation to bidding to the submitted and waiting, and a couple of steps to be done. Right after we hit the send button on sending in an estimate to a client, and then as soon as that's done, as soon as that send button is pushed and we report a few things, then we're done with that, with this pre-con phase, and we're moving right into construction phase if the project is awarded. These are the all of these items. The statuses that a project can be in while in the construction phase are pretty simple. In other words, there's only that one status. A project is awarded, and several things have to happen to prepare to start, actually boots on the ground to start the project, which are what these each one of these seats, what all those items are that need to be done. And then you get directly into the phases of construction. When creating a schedule, you can name the phases of your project, actual phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, as you see here. You don't have to use these. If your project is individual wings of a community or floors, you can name them, have your project be named those wings or floors. Inside of each one of these is, I think just there's certain things that as a project moves from one phase to the next, as this phase is completed and we're moving into this one, there are some things that need to happen, right? We're reporting that phase is done to the community and to the client, and we get what we call soft punch. A lot of those things are built into this template. Soft punch is letting the community know, hey, we're done with painting, if you will, of this phase. So anything that happens from here wasn't there when we left this phase, so to speak. So anyway, that is intro into the schedule templates and how they are built and how they're put together, and a little bit of why they were put together the way that they are. Thank you, and we've got a whole series of how-to videos on building a schedule in CoConstruct, how it's done, and some shortcuts and good stuff like that on our schedule series. So tune in for those if you need any more information on the schedule. Have a great day.